first SEC road trip and playing in a different place?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm never looking. I always love playing at Kyle Field. Never looking forward to playing anywhere else. But it's gonna be exciting. I mean, you always hear about Ole Miss. That their fans get pretty crazy. They love their football over there. So I mean, we know it's gonna be a tough atmosphere, and we're gonna have to bring our own energy. Aggies travel, but we'll be outnumbered out there. So the sidelines, we'll have to have lots of positive energy, and when tough things happen, we just have to move on, go on to the next play.
Jonathan, I know you've always heard about, everybody always hears about the SEC and its defenses. Heard it, before you're coming in and everything. Do you feel like y'all got to the point now that you proved yourself as being the quote SEC defense?
As a defense, we don't go out each week to try to look and prove ourselves as being a SEC defense. Every week we go out, we just try to go out there and play our game. And if playing our game means that we are top-notch SEC defense, or if you can't put us in the category, that's not our goal. We just want to go out there and do what we need to do so that we can get wins and not really worry about what kind of label we have as a defense.
What's been the biggest difference for y'all in penalties from, say, last year to this year so far?
Well, at the start of the season, the first 2 games we were back at being a highly penalized team, and then the past couple of weeks, we decreased it greatly, and probably just focus. At the beginning of the season, Coach Sumner, he talked about it, but for some people, it probably just we'll have it fixed. And then after you see how many penalties we had against Florida, and then how many we see against SMU, and we truly saw it's an issue, and that in close ball games, penalties will really hurt you. And so it's just more focus, and guys are understanding that we can't be dumb and we can't be dirty and do stupid things and make stupid plays in order to win football games.
How do you go about working on that in practice? What are examples of that, working on reducing penalties?
Well, we don't have any crazy things like the offense do with up downs or anything like that. But defensively, I don't know. We just hone in on focus. As for with offsides, the D-line, they always hear Coach Price yelling, and that's kind of a reason to not be offsides, just so you don't have to hear him have to yell. And then Coach JT gets on the DBs, maybe a PI, and Coach Wallace said he'll get on the linebackers if we have a PI or anything like that. So probably motivation is probably not having to hear your coach have to yell.
It's great actually for us to have Hurd going from nickel to safety, and Sager going from corner to safety. And, I can play some nickel too. It's just good to have different people at different spots, and everybody will have a better grasp of the defense if you know multiple positions, especially in the back end. So when Hurd's playing safety and I'm playing nickel, or the other way around, he knows exactly what that nickel is thinking, so he can play inside leverage or outside leverage or things like that. So we can kind of just feed off of each other because we know exactly what the other person's going to do because we played that position. So I feel like that's an advantage for us.
Why do you think the game has evolved like that in terms of, is it just a choice of maybe speed over size over the years because of what offenses are doing now?
Maybe it's just better athletes nowadays, and I guess we were all recruited for the Big 12, and then we made this change, and I guess maybe that has something to do with it. But I just feel like now it's not as much as safeties just have to be in the box and things like that. You have to be more rangy and things like that. And corners, especially in the SEC, you're gonna have to be able to tackle. So you can't just have cover corners out there anymore. So that makes it easier to transition from one position to the other.
Because we look at the aspect of him teaching us technique, the knowledge of the game that he has of coaching in the SEC, and then we look at him also as he was a former player here, and he was here when they were considered the original wrecking crew and part of the greats. And so all that has to play a factor into it, and it helps and it motivates us. He done been where we want to go, he done seen what we want to do, and he knows how we need to do it. So it's just a matter of us listening and doing what he says and achieving those goals.